everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Tuesday morning. A quiet and mostly clear start to the day outside of a couple of thin clouds, mainly kind of in this area here and then out west. This is not occurring. Futurecast has been really overdoing the low clouds lately. There are low clouds in Iowa and Minnesota, but they have not made their way into Nebraska, and they won't. There is no fog in our area, so I think we will enjoy plenty of sunshine today. But one thing I'll tell you right now, when I show you the forecast highs for today, they're probably being underdone a little bit in northeast Nebraska because, and this isn't the only forecast model, all the forecast models I use that I can use in my weather graphics show the same thing. They show low clouds, and that's not going to be the case today. We'll see lots of sunshine everywhere. The wind's not terribly strong today. Some of the lightest winds up here in north central Nebraska, but even here in the Tri-Cities, they're going to remain under 10 miles per hour throughout the day. They'll lighten up late today and this evening. They'll start to pick back up out of the southwest tomorrow morning. Again, maybe some low clouds in eastern Nebraska. I'm not really gung-ho on that, though. I think we'll be mostly clear out there. Tomorrow, once again, a lot of sunshine and the warmest day we will see this week. Very enjoyable weather, a little bit more of a breeze out of the south and southwest. That's going to help to warm things up as we kind of move into what's called southwesterly flow. That's when the jet stream comes in from the southwest, and eventually we'll start to see moisture return as well. In fact, we'll start to see some upper level clouds move in Wednesday night into Thursday morning. More clouds. It starts to cool back a little bit on Thursday, and then moisture returns as we look towards the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. Temperatures today. Now, again, I mentioned northeast areas right in here. This might be underdoing the temperatures just a little bit because it thinks there's going to be a lot of clouds here. I think it'll get into the 40s here. Some of these spots did manage to get up to above 50 yesterday, so I think there's a chance some of these places could get to 50 or better, but we will still see, if we do see 40s, it would be more likely in these areas here. 50s and 60s return today. Low and mid 60s in some locations to the west of the Tri-Cities. Even in the Tri-Cities, again, Kearney's likely to be a little bit warmer than Hastings and Grand Island. Less snow on the ground there. Tonight we'll drop back into the mid-upper 20s and lower 30s for lows. Tomorrow, the warmest day this week. Even northeastern areas. We're talking 50s and 60s. Maybe, just maybe, some upper 60s tomorrow in a few spots. Low 60s around the Tri-Cities, right around 60 in the Lincoln area. So just some fantastic weather. Upper 20s, 30s, and low 40s for lows tomorrow night into Thursday morning. And Thursday, yeah, a few extra clouds around. It'll be a little cooler, especially up north. Could be a few extra clouds here that keep things cooler here, but still 50s to near 60 or so. Pretty nice day out there for your Thursday. Let's look at that long-range forecast. You can see the cool down, the slight cool down on Thursday. It's not bad, though. Now, we come down a little bit more at the end of the week, but that said, still mild, despite clouds and rain. Groundhog, or at least the local groundhog here, all the little local groundhogs, the only one I can think of is Unadilla Bill out in southeast Nebraska. But any groundhogs you have out here around the our neck of the woods anyway, probably going to see it, not see the shadow. But we'll see what Punxsutawney Phil does on Friday morning. It's going to be a cloudy day. And in fact, by the afternoon, we may start to see some rain. That rain could become a little more widespread Friday night and into Saturday. I'm going to show you the long-range models here, and you'll see what we'll be looking at as we go into the weekend. It looks like a soaker of a day on Saturday. And even Saturday night could be pretty wet before it starts to clear out sometime on Sunday. Probably done by the afternoon, we'll see. A little breezy, not bad, but a little bit breezy during that time frame. But no cold air mass coming in. We're going to stay mild, so this is all rain. In fact, recent forecast models trending up with temperatures, so no threat of snow or ice. This is just rain. It cools down into the 40s Sunday and Monday on the backside of the system. We will then warm up right after that. But before I get into that long-range forecast, I do want to mention there is potential for some localized flooding. We could see a decent rain out of this, plus all the recent snow melt. There is ice jamming. That's going to be a concern on some of the local rivers and streams just because of the melting snow. I know driving over the Platte River yesterday, heading home from work, I did notice that the Platte River did seem very high. And so there is concern for at least some localized flooding as we look ahead to the weekend here with that rain coming in. Let's look at the long-range temperature trends here as we are going to warm back up. We cool back a little bit on Sunday and Monday right there as we get towards that 4th and 5th of February. But then temperatures start to come back up Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, maybe cooling down. There could be some moisture that returns late next week. And in fact, the long-range Climate Prediction Center outlook also reflects that. So next week, this is next Tuesday through the following Monday, the 12th. So this is going through the Super Bowl, which, by the way, the Super Bowl is in Las Vegas. Not exactly a warm weather destination if they're looking at below average temperatures. We are likely to stay above average most of next week into that following weekend here. So we're going to stay on the mild side. And also, again, speaking of Vegas, by the way, if you're going to the Super Bowl, you have a lot of money if that's the case, because I saw the cheapest tickets are $8,500 per ticket. Could be wet down there, though, in the Southwest U.S. here, including Vegas during that Super Bowl time frame. We are going to be looking at possibly above average precipitation for our area as well. I think it will be more towards the end of that period, though. I think next Tuesday, Wednesday, we're not going to see much, but maybe towards the end of next week and that following weekend, we may see some moisture return. Let's take a look at some long-range models. Here's the North American model. Not much the next 3 days. This only goes 3.5 days out. So we don't really see much until we get towards Friday, but even towards Friday morning, we're still not seeing much. Let's look at the European model. We'll jump ahead to Friday. So Friday afternoon, morning maybe something, but more likely Friday afternoon. And then a pretty good soaking comes Friday night into Saturday morning. Saturday's going to be a wet day. Notice all the snow stays out west, the far western panhandle and into the Rockies. But a wet day Saturday night and Sunday before that clears on out. And then our next chances will come later next week. Real quick look at the GFS model here, kind of similar here. Let's jump into Friday. Here comes that moisture Friday, and especially Friday night to Saturday. Wet weather lingering into Saturday night, and then clearing out sometime Sunday. And then we'll look towards late next week for our next chances of moisture to return. So there you go. There is your forecast for today. We'll be watching that forecast close as we get towards the weekend to kind of watch for that possible flooding as concern, as there is the potential for some places to pick up over an inch of rainfall. In fact, more of our area than previously expected could be picking up on some of that moisture. So we'll dig into the details of that more later this week. But for now, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again on Wednesday morning. Take care, and God bless. Bye.